Columbus, India, it's Dakota Miller.
All right, here we go. We got Dakota Miller and Evan Ringo setting up for this first fight.
Welcome back to our pro fight portion of the evening. To reintroduce the fighters wearing the blue and yellow tabard from Nashville, New Hampshire, we have Häbry, Ringo. And his opponent from Columbus, India, it's Dakota Miller. The fighters have agreed to three 2-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 15 seconds. No illegal strikes. Obey the referee at all times and defend yourselves at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner.
All right, here we go. First fight after the intermission. We got Dakota Miller and Evan Ringo.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Nashville, who's ready to kick off this pro fight evening? And start fight.
We got Evan over here in the Jester kind of attire with from Nashville, like The Office.
Exactly. This man is a gesture in every kind of way. A wild card, amazing fighter. Can see some cool stuff.
And he's wearing. Notice he doesn't have a shield like everybody else. He's got that buckler, which is used to punch a lot harder.
Definitely punch him. We got Dakota Miller, who is no slouch at all, from Kenyas. Amazing team.
Already got that clinch going in there. Evan going for the knees. He's going to try to work that helmet under the chin to create that pressure so that they can't move as much while delivering those knees. And we got,
he almost had him.
Yeah, he almost had him. And he didn't put much effort into that, just barely hooked that leg.
It doesn't take a lot with the momentum going on. And Ringo's giving a lot of energy back.
Yep, and he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. And he's got full mount immediately.
Now he's got to get up fast. And now Dakota dropped the seat, and he's holding that shield. He's like, I'm not going to get points. Give him the knees.
There's that knee on the belly like you were talking about.
Yep.
But Dakota's doing a good job locking his arms up there, but he's using his knees to go ahead and get some points.
And he's putting the weight into it. This is, once again, you're tired. The wind is getting knocked out of you.
Right. And they still have another minute. That's the difference between those pro fights now.
Yes. For those of you back home, once again, these are pro fights before we had the exhibition fights. So these ones, 2 minutes make all the difference.
A quick minute to repair that?
A little.
All right, looks like there's a equipment malfunction there.
It is. So you may not know for at home, Ringo also goes by Ringo Trash Night. So he's kind of one of those guys like, hey, I just like fighting. And some of his kit is, you can see it put together. It is seen a lot, though. He has fought on world teams over across the seas, multiple championships. He's an amazing guy.
Well, yeah, and the kit, you know, kit is not cheap. It's expensive. Like, to get your whole thing. I mean, you're looking at how much for a brig?
Around for a brig, it could be anywhere from $500 all the way up to like $1,200.
Yeah, and then you got, I mean, that's not counting your leg pieces, your gauntlets, your
gambison, your
gambison, everything.
We're just looking there at the pictures, all that stuff. Just the legs right there is about $1,500 all the way up to maybe $2,000.
Yeah, so a full kit of armor on the low end. What you think?
$3,800,
that's
maybe
not
$4,000. No, it's not.
Well,
that's a starter
not
kit.
To me.
No, it's not. Not to anybody,
Some
please.
people are like, oh man, that's $3 to me, dog.
For anyone home, if they're $3, they need to sponsor me.
Yeah,
Seymore, please hook me up.
And these guys are pros, so they're taking their time, but they're also filling each other out because they know every point counts.
And people see with Ringo is coming up, it looks like he's just blocking, but that could be turned into a sword strike at any moment.
Yeah. Ringo, yeah, there he is, those short little punches, but they're making the head rock back. I'm talking to the counters. They said they got to see that head rock back for it to count.
Mm-hmm. That's why you can't have a little tink-tink or a little tap.
Yep, Dakota's doing a good job of kind of keeping him away and circling off of that cage when he feels himself go back against the cage.
Just reversed it. Exactly what you're talking about. You just reversed it right there. Put Ringo on it.
Yep, short body shots. There's
Working
that knee. There's that knee.
10 seconds left. This is going for a minute and 50 seconds.
Yeah.
That grind. Nice punches.
And Ringo's got to get the underhook, and at that position, it's almost impossible to get the underhook from there, especially when you have a sword under your hand. For those of you at home, again, watching, when you get that underhook, you're going under that armpit and trying to reach around their back so that you can create that leverage to lift them off the ground or just get that leg or the hip in front of them to drop them on the ground.
And that's the part when you're wearing armor, you have wings on the corner, so the wings getting locked in there.
Get caught.
Also the gauntlet, and then you have the quillions or the cross guard, so it gets even harder to pull it out.
100%. And that's what people don't talk about. Because I was talking to Maggie, we have tons of guys, fighters all over the world, like, I want this, I want some of this, I want some of this. And I was one of them. It's different. You cannot use the whole arsenal that you've known your whole life. You got to change everything up because, like you said, you're going for a simple underhook, and now you just mentioned 3 obstacles that stop you from getting the underhook. Either plus the weapon, so 4.
Either from getting in or getting out.
Right.
And that's the thing where people don't think. They're like, well, I just work around it. I'm like, okay, all right, come out there, and it's getting caught in the claw.
Yeah.
This is where armor is different. It's allowed to be worn. We talked about tabards. We talked about wearing your heraldry or your colors. That can still get caught up in the blows.
Right.
Now, granted, if it gets too stuck, they're going to pull it up, stop it out. But
yeah, and some people will use that as an advantage too. They'll let you get the underhook so they can trap your arm and then turn you off. That's the chess, man.
Dude, it's 3-dimensional chess, 4-dimensional chess.
Chess,
And we talk about people with armor. People have all the big shiny steel armor. It looks great.
Yeah.
However, sometimes if you have the padded stuff, when they go for the leg shot, if you see it, it's obviously going to happen.
Right.
But sometimes you don't hear that tink sound.
Yeah.
So that's when now judges are like, was that good? Was that not good?
Right.
And it starts getting dicey.
That's right. And they're coming up a little close on it now. With pros, how much time they get to repair the armor?
This one, they're still getting them a minute time. The breaks are still, I think we're going 2 minutes wise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Looks like.
Because you want to make sure they get that little rest.
And if you can't get that armor fixed,
you're just toast.
Done.
Yep.
Fighter number 2 will be ready. Nationals ready for round number 2.
Got Steven from the first fight over here beside us. Big, gigantic Jotun.
And start fight.
All right, here we go. Round 2. Again, filling each other out. They're keeping that distance. Ringo's staying moving. Good dodge. Remember, if you're within range to hit, you're within range to get hit. Ringo needs to stay off that cage, but I think he's very well aware. He knows what he's doing. There we devastating. Good. Those good boys are swinging with those swords. And that's the thing. Sometimes you got to pick when to fire that hard strike with the sword. Other times when to go soft and just get the points so you don't fatigue your muscles.
100%. Now, people also talk about, once again, they're like, throw some feints in there, throw some other stuff. It takes energy to throw a feint.
All energy, yep. Think of like the video game, you got the bar of the stamina.
100%.
That's 100% it, like an Elden Ring.
This is what I think when I go in a fight, I'm like, if I do this move, I only have so much left.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, amazing. So the Ringo throwing up the shots, people be like, why is he putting down his guard? Because you're resting your arms and stepping out of range.
Good reverse there. Good, man, Dakota's been on point with the reverse of being very, it's called ring awareness.
Yes.
And knowing exactly where he's at in the cage.
100%.
Very hard thing to develop as a fighter.
It is. It's knowing where you are, because if you push too far and you're not in the cage yet, you're going to go down or someone's just going to slip you or get you with a sase.
Right. And it can be a totally different ball game. That can be the difference between winning and losing sometimes. It looks like his sword's caught in the cage there.
It is. Yeah, it was definitely through. I think Ricky saw that and he's like, hey, just in case. Because those are the things that also can get people hurt.
I like how Dakota took that sword punch, but he didn't go to the helmet. He went like almost below the neckline, just a little bit into the top of the chest.
Just a little bit.
Oh,
nice.
That's what I was talking about.
That's
what I was talking about. Having that ring awareness, he quickly reversed and then got that sweep and then capitalized.
Yep, because he knew he had just like a foot. He's like, I can use this and I can sure up. Oh, Ringo's pissed.
Ringo gets it.
He's like, right.
But Dakota, again, rolls into that dominant position to try to stop him from getting those points.
Nice. Hey, he's making
He's
the
getting
shots
points, man.
Ringo's getting the shots in.
Just inside knees.
That's awesome.
His knee was literally like this.
So now, like I said, once he did exactly what we're talking about with the ring awareness,
Yep.
Ringo after that was like, all right, cool, I see you. And then he does it right back to him, which is great.
And points-wise, cancels out pretty much, you know.
It all depends, and mine's fuzzy on how many shots Dakota did when he was on top before Ringo. And I'm sure if they're catching those Ringo's knees, I feel like those were just kind of slop, and they're kind of like, no.
Yeah, this is a pretty close fight.
Very good.
Not really sure where to call it right now. If I'm going with just natural, what I would kind of just naturally think, which is what I think we should do.
Yeah.
First instinct is Dakota right now, maybe. But it could be Ringo, too, because Ringo's been very active. He's done a great job of delivering those punches with the buckler. I want to see more buckler from Ringo.
I want to see a lot more buckler from Ringo. And he's using his assertiveness. As you can see, people in their corner, people don't think about the corners. He has Mike Johnson, who's an amazing fighter, who is also from Night Fights Online. On the other side with Kenyaz, they're both Kenyaz brothers. So
the documentary Night Fights,
yes,
which that came out. It's hard to find now online.
It's really, I think you can do it on YouTube and you can download it.
Yeah,
for those guys
it was awesome.
But Ringo's one of the veterans of things we're working on.
And that was well below before this sport really blew up. That was out. I remember watching that on TV. It was awesome.
Yeah. They were actually both on the show, Mike Johnson and Ringo. So these are veterans, and they're helping each other. So now they're talking about what you need to work on. You see Mikey's getting in his ear. On the Kenyaz side, he's saying you're ahead. Work on those headshots. He tapped on his head. You need to control that. Because he's also talking about how he reversed him so easily. Or at least that's what I think on the side.
No, I think you're right. What, with Dakota's corner, do you know Dakota's corner, man?
I don't know his name, but they're both brothers of Kenyaz. He'd probably kill me to see if I can see the face size. But the whole Kenyaz group is awesome.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay.
Hey, do you know his name? He's like, no, he's a great family friend. We're at every family reunion together. And he forgot who I was.
We're going to get to this final round here. I'm going to jump in here and help you guys with the commentary. It's going to be fun. So you guys been killing it, but I want to hop in and say my piece. So.
No, please.
15 seconds. Lock and load and let's go.
But like I said, that's what we're talking about. This is where you have your things that you're working on, and your corners can make it or break it for you. And saying, you're doing well, step it up, or hey, rope-a-dope him and get him a little bit longer. But now we're going to Mickey in a little bit. This is going to help us see inside.
Final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? Hey, Nashville, are you ready for this final round? And start fighting.
Oh, right out with that teep immediately.
Such a good teep. No, Ringo's that energy.
Get kind of a crow hop into that teep. Get a little momentum behind the teep kick.
Now, Mickey, you've fought with Kenyaz before. What do you think Dakota needs to do in this one?
You know, Dakota needs to lean really. He was my first pro fight I ever fought.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he needs to lean into his grappling skills, actually. Like, I know he's great with the sword, but his skills lie in being able to sweep people's feet out.
He demonstrated that earlier fantastically.
Yeah, Gavin was talking about that.
Super slick.
His ring awareness was great, and then the next thing he put him on the ground.
Something's on the ground down there in the cage. I don't know what flew off. Looks like a strap.
Buckler. No, it was a little bit of dirt.
Oh, okay.
And, they're splintering.
Now we're doing that grappling we're talking about. Ooh. Good inside kick. You can turn that into a sweep if it's capitalized on the right time.
Yeah, I think it's trying to reap it.
Good reversal. There's that reversal, and he's getting his back up against the cage. Now Dakota's got to lower his level so he doesn't get swept. There it is. Perfect. Lower the level. Let the weight topple over. He's got side mount.
That's really great side mount. And Ringo had a nice clinch on the side. He's holding his sword, but once again, that kept him really close, and Dakota worked on the grappling, just like Mickey said.
Man, I got to comment on Ringo. Even though he's on the bottom here, he did good covering up. But yes. I watched him. He grabbed the inside of Dakota's gauntlet and realized he was doing that, and then let go.
Yes,
it's good sportsmanship because you could probably get away with that. Honestly,
you could. Yeah, there's nothing really
good
saying
that he did that.
Grab onto the gauntlet to defend himself. They're both taking advantage of our new rule that you're allowed to ditch the weapon when you're on the ground. So it's a new rule to our league, and we allow them to continue fighting.
And then Ringo was trying to pick up that weapon we were talking
about that earlier. Yeah.
Imagine on the battlefield, you're like, hey,
give it a second.
Time out, let me pick up my sword.
And then, dang, my gauntlet comes off. Put that back on. I always thought gauntlets were hard to get on.
They can be. Once time, like a lot of armor becomes like a second skin if it fits you correctly.
There we go. These guys are going. There's leg strike from Dakota. Leg strike, short jab.
This is where you see their gas tanks. They're in the last 30 seconds here. They're going to need to push hard.
This is the conditioning.
Yeah, they both have that overhook.
Ooh,
there's that sweep again. Rigo's coming in, and there they are down again. Man, Dakota's doing a great job capitalizing.
He's got to be throwing some knees, and he can actually work a lot of knees in for this position.
There's that knee on belly you were talking about, Spencer.
100%. And he's just pounding. Get up.
Yep, just trying to hit that gambeson, hit you right in the middle.
This one, Ringo's going to his head. He's like, he's just trying to catch as many as he can, but he's trying to rest it out because you can't use your energy to get up at that point when you're like that.
Right. That was a great fight. That was cool to watch.
It was an amazing fight.
Yeah, they did a great job. You saw two athletes, like you said. My money, I will say Dakota on that one.
Dakota had it on this one.
Dakota did a great job. I think his ring awareness won him that fight.
I think it did.
Very, very good ring awareness.
Yeah, being patient like that, allowing like Ringo to grind against him, and just muscling just enough to like get the upper hand in those, and then waiting for that opportunity.
Right.
Because Ringo's no slouch in the grappling. He
Not
comes
at
from that
all.
melee world.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
he's fantastic. He's light on his feet. He's super fast, but you know. When
Dakota, man.
Yeah,
I fought with him. I forgot he was at Nashville. I
That's
forgot.
right, yeah.
Dang it.
Where's something we talk about in armor once again? You're like, Dakota, I don't know that guy at all. They take off the helmet.
Dude, I'm like, how do I
he's one of my oldest buddies in the sport, actually. So
Yeah, he's a trip,
good
man.
to see
He
him
was
back
cool.
out there. Yeah.
He's a beast. But sometimes people are like, I don't know who you are, and they put on a helmet. They're like, oh, I remember you. Or they take off the helmet, like, oh, it's you.
Yeah, let's get him to the ring and announce the winner. Here we go.
Maybe it's the photo. Maybe it was the photo.
Center of the ring. After 3 rounds of pro fight action, your winner, Dakota! Fantastic.
Great fight.
Yeah,
Absolutely
great fight. 100%. They did a great job.
Once again, both veterans in the sport. Dakota only has 4 years. Ringo has 10 years. But
10 years.
That still can make a difference if who you're training with, who you're working on. Both amazing fighters.
Experience is such a thing that goes so far in any sport that you're in. When you fought a lot, the nerves aren't there as much. You've done it a million times. You're like, okay, you don't have that adrenaline dump, which not many people talk about that adrenaline dump, especially in armor. It's even worse in armor because if you have an adrenaline dump while you got 60 pounds of weight on you, you're in for a long night.
And honestly, like the first time they really introduced pro fights in America and like big tournaments was the first time me and Dakota fought. We were one of the first 2 people to actually do pro fights at Carolina Carnage.
Oh, was that Carolina? Yeah, Carolina Carnage.
I fought him and then I fought Andy Sustel afterwards. So it was
2
fun.
goats.
Yeah, man,
Two goats of the
fantastic.
sport.
So, I mean, it's good to see him back out there. We've been waiting for Dakota to actually be able to show up, put in the time to train, and come in. We've wanted him here, and we're super glad that he was able to come out.
That's
today.
super amazing.
So,
Yeah, that's
did a
awesome.
great job. Ringo, killer, absolute killer. Great way to kick off this pro fight portion. So
Yeah, and people don't know, Mickey. I mean, you, brother, like, you're a pioneer of this sport in America too. I remember being in your backyard. I found you on Facebook, and now we got this whole awesome production.
yeah,
like,
no, it's fantastic.
Match number 7. From High Point, North Carolina, it's Celeste Seymore. Fighter number 2, from Nashville, Tennessee, it's Maggie Ryan.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the white, red, and blue, from High Point, North Carolina, it's Celeste Seymore! And wearing the pink and black tabard, from Nashville, it's Maggie Ryan! Fighters have agreed to 3 2-minute rounds If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 15 seconds. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner! Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? In Nashville, make some noise if you're ready! And start fighting.
All right, girl fight.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Celeste is also a Knight of Wakanda. Maggie is also here at Nashville. They're both amazing fighters.
Maggie's put in a lot of time. She took on this really mean training camp to prepare for this fight.
Really? I mean, this was one of the fights I wanted to see. Like, one of the biggest.
Top fight.
Yeah, Maggie's getting some good points with those strikes. Dome to the head.
Pretty
Just
high pace,
capitalize.
actually, to start, you know.
Yeah. A lot of controlled violence there.
A small detail they may not notice. Maggie's doing a good job of, like, right there, just creating that distance. But then when she's grabbing and she's striking, she's also slightly taking pressure with that other hand and redirecting Celeste. And that good team from
nice
Celeste, though, using the slight height advantage.
100%. Then once again, Maggie rebutted with that back leg kick and actually knocked Celeste off a little.
Yeah. And I think Celeste really's got to lean into the strength and pick the shots and make them count. Maggie's got a lot of speed, you know, but not as much experience.
That's good. And they just turn around. Oh, still going. This is amazing. You don't see it very often when they both get thrown. They pick up. There's a little advantage, but they're still throwing shots. Once again, the ref is really looking at time.
Crowd's loving this.
That's really amazing. Also, they're just trying to stop fight.
And talk about that. So for those at home, when they're on the bottom and they're throwing strikes, are they getting points? You know, it's
Yes,
like they are
allowed
getting
to get
points,
1 point when they're on the ground in the non-dominant position. The dominant position is getting 2 points anywhere on the body.
Right.
When they're scrambling like that, there's no dominance, so it goes back to standard scoring practices.
Yep. So you're still able to get points when you're on the
100%.
bottom. Very important detail.
And that throw, I'll be really curious to see because it was kind of controlled. Celeste initiated it, but they both kind of stopped each other at the same time. And then they kept fighting. Nice. Maggie's really in control of those head pulls. When we talked about, once again, earlier, holding the back of the neck, pulling down.
Yep.
That makes your whole world suck.
We worked on that so much in our training camp. Just head control, head control, head control.
Yeah, see?
Good reversal though by Celeste.
Yeah.
I think Maggie did a good job of letting go of that. I would have just taken the back because you could have an injury on your leg right there.
100%.
She had it, you know, that was a good. I would have let go on that.
10 seconds.
And that leg guard that Maggie's working on and trying to turn out of it, either trying to turn and throw, trying to turn in and control. Once again, points are going to Celeste in that part.
That is the end of
And
our
it's
first
so
round.
without that armor, she's easily able to shrimp out to the right, tuck that knee, get the underhook, reverse. You just can't do that in armor.
No,
I mean,
no.
you can.
You can.
I
It's
could
hard.
walk home from here, but I'm not going to. You know what I mean?
I want to or will.
Right.
And that's why it was so amazing. I don't think for you people at home to understand when they threw down, they still scrambled back up, and they were both on knees fighting regular. And at that point, it's fair each way.
And I hope we can cut over to that
what
camera
we got going
angle
on in
that's
the cage
on the
over
ground.
there?
Yeah, it looks like somebody's stuck.
Yep.
They're just stuck. That's what I was thinking.
We're gonna have to
Maybe
give them
they're
a little
just
extra
stuck for a second.
Yeah,
time to deal with
because you're
this.
not resting there.
Yeah.
That's some of the most, I don't want to say stressful, but still you're stuck and you're like, I can't really breathe, I'm not really resting.
And we haven't had that happen before in a show yet. So protocol.
Yeah. The referee came over and asked if we could,
Add the time,
add the
right.
time, because they were really still struggling under there. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
absolutely, we'll put some time back on there.
Our ref is
they were
on
only 20
point.
seconds in. Yeah.
He is extremely good at his job.
Oh, he's amazing. Saving lives. And if you guys look there on the Instagram, especially on AMA Armor Combat, he's diving, saving, I believe it was
Jack Hodges.
Yeah, he
Stop
jumped
it,
for Jack
just
Hodges.
split. Really
Jack Hodges'
cool.
helmet flew off.
Yeah.
Ricky dove
He
over
did
to
a
protect
bit.
his head.
Yeah, cool. And great job on the photographer getting that shot, too.
Now, once again, gents, we talk about corners. Corners being your strength. On the right side, we have Maggie with two amazing fighters. We have our very own Kelsey, who's amazing, awesome, and we also have Kayla from the captain of the Dallas Mythics. So,
You said the Dallas Mythics?
Mythics, yes. They're the world's best female team right now. They've gone overseas. They're doing anything. Kayla just took over as captain recently. She's got a great corner. I mean, not to say Celeste has any slouches there, but that's pedigree and time. People know. So they're telling them what you're going on, what you need to do, what you need to work on.
Yeah.
And Maggie trains specifically, for pro fights. Especially Kelsey being such a prolific,
awesome, good
you know,
fighter.
good
Yeah,
fighter.
yeah,
She's got a
for
lot
sure.
of advice. She can analyze the
You have
fight
good
really
training
well.
partners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And that's such a crucial thing. Is I tell like if I'm beating up on the guys I'm training, I tell them I'm like, dude, you need to fight somebody better than you. That's how you get better.
Yeah,
always.
You have to have good training partners. If you're just winning all the time, you're not in the right camp.
And that's what we're talking about. You don't win practice. You can't.
Right.
You don't win practice.
You want the fight to be harder than the actual camp.
So
So
what
excuse me, the fight to be easier than the actual
Yes.
camp. My bad.
So what do you think needs to happen in this one, bud?
Man, I think Celeste has got to come out a little more active. Again, she's not slouching.
No.
But, just got to come out more active. I'd like to see more strikes. I want to see her utilize that teep.
Fighter
Yes.
number 2, are you
use the
ready?
length.
And Nashville, who's ready out there?
She only has a couple inches on Maggie, but that if you have, it's very rare that you meet someone with the height size that knows how to use it.
Exactly.
But if you do, it makes your life a lot more complicated.
Oh, it's a super dangerous distance. Maggie's really good at making the distance, but then if Celeste starts throwing in those
Right.
teeps, you're like, I got to make more distance.
You make her scared to come in.
Yes.
And there's something that we work on a lot is that footwork, that being able to just dodge that shot that went to the legs. I mean, it might be dodging 1 point, but making
nice shot.
an opponent whiff is really important. It takes away their confidence in their striking game.
100%.
Yeah.
Now Celeste, see right here, she's got to capitalize. She needs to get that helmet under Maggie's chin and drive her up against that cage to get her head up.
Yes. And also we talk about cage discipline or cage awareness-wise. Maggie, once she gets thrown
running
in,
back, yeah.
she's turning her around. Maggie will just throw right into the dirt.
Yeah, Maggie has the gas tank for sure. I don't think she has to worry about her cardio.
No.
You know that's the thing. I think Celeste's cardio is understandably so.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but
Ooh, nice little try.
there it is.
There it is. See, that
Beautiful
was a good
takedown.
try
Yes,
for Celeste.
good try.
Try
Yeah.
to do a little say a little front kick, and then Maggie's like, nope, thanks, take that.
Yep.
Maggie's got to capitalize on this though and like really get on top.
Yeah.
Drop some good
She's
bombs.
throwing some big. She's
Yeah, those
hiking
knees
those
gotta
knees
hurt.
up and
Yeah.
coming down.
That was a great DeSoto.
I like to see it. There's no. She's in the dominant position. No point. You know. You
Yeah.
could switch to that neon belly and try to rain down some hellfire, but if you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
If it's broke, don't try. What's that? God, what's that saying? I've
Yeah,
been
if
off on
it
that.
ain't broke, don't
Thank
fix
you.
it.
Good Lord.
No, you're good.
Thank
you're
you.
good. That was a softball for me. I
Thank you.
appreciate you. No, and that's once again the tiring takedown. Oh,
There's
right
that
back out with
teep.
That was
There's
great.
the teep.
But
That
that
was
one
a
didn't
lead
have
teep.
power in it. That
No.
one was more of just like, hey, I'm putting it out there. I'm doing it.
You typically want to use that lead teep if you're caught off guard, and you want to
Correct.
use that rear teep if you're charging it up to deliver the damage.
And if you're going to do it at the beginning, that part, unless you're not paying attention. Because
Right.
if Maggie was looking at that, that would have been more of the underhook, tip over could have happened.
Yep.
Oh, see, she
And
got her
see,
crossed.
yeah.
Oh, look, she's just
Yep,
driving.
she's got her,
She's
yeah.
driving.
That was so cool to use with that. Like it's like she had her hands locked
It was
up.
tip. Well, she got underhook, and then she just turned that little we call like pie pan, judo things, and just went. Whoop.
Yep. Just use that steering wheel.
Yep,
That's spun her right on over.
That'll be really cool to see in a replay later. Oh my gosh.
And stop fight fighters, to your corners. And this is the end of the
They're
second
both
round.
spent. They're
Yep.
both
They're
tired.
spent. I think, man, yes,
Maggie-
but see how Maggie just gets up?
No, just got up and
That's
said, cool.
the thing. I mean, she tired, but she
Yeah.
ain't going to show.
We put her
Celeste
through.
tired.
We put her
I
through.
bet
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did.
she's
Her warm
she's
up was
good.
exhausting, and then we'd make her do start out sparring 5 minute rounds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good.
5 minute rounds, and then
that's
go
ins-
into 1 minute rounds.
That's
and then,
insane in armor.
Yeah, it's insane.
But then you're ready.
That sucks normally.
Yeah, it sucks normally. But then you're ready. Like people are like, of course if you do 5 minutes. Like, no. But then it's different. That whole stamina bar.
Yeah.
Then when you get
Yeah.
thrown, it's like, wham.
So
So now
you take a week off, you're like, I can't even do 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
And you all do a lot of bull in the ring too, where you're getting
Yep.
a fresh fighter every
that's
round
right,
with those
yeah.
5 minutes.
And we did a lot of that wall work. So what's really helping out Maggie in this is that we anticipated the bump rush a little bit, right? And we worked on the wall. We would do 30 seconds, you start on the wall, flip it out. And then somebody else would be on the wall, and you'd work.
But fresh person, they're getting
That's
you're
nice.
stuck in there the whole dang time, and you got a fresh person on you every 30
Yeah,
seconds.
so we made sure that she knew exactly when to be turning, to work off that wall.
And so you
Yeah.
don't see the smile once again. Kayla's smiling, turning the flag like she's kicking ass. She's doing awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Kayla's
yeah.
so happy about this one. Kelsey's saying, keep on doing it. You got her exactly where you want her.
Yeah, don't it's one of those things. Don't coast it.
No,
but
no, you can't.
right now she could counterfight and
You
be
can.
fine. She could counterfight it.
And
be fine.
also, once again, as you just said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
If they give you the same thing, you should take it.
just work it. Yeah. If it's working, do it.
I mean, they train with me, so we always burn it down.
No,
Just
Mickey
go
doesn't
on.
train hard.
No, I'm saying like at the end, man, just it's all out.
No,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
show,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Multiple heart surgeries, everything. Can I run now? Can I do stuff?
Doctors were like, Mickey, you should probably not do this ever. And he's like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm doing it. You only live once,
dude. When he had your injury with the leg, and then he like the next show he just hops up on the cage. I was like, dude, this is crazy.
That Gemini energy.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Nashville, who's ready for the final round? Let's start fighting.
Like you said, Maggie can't coast, but Maggie just needs to put the nails in the coffin.
Yep.
But Celeste, nice sword touch. Because once again, Celeste is a world champion of longsword. Also, no slouch in sword and buckler.
Yeah, longsword's a different ballgame.
Yeah, 100%. But those sword strikes are looking, well, now they're going back and forth, so that's great.
It's good to see. Yep, I definitely think Celeste Corner said, hey, we got to go this round. We got to go.
Yeah, and work to the strength. If that strength was shut down, not being able to pick up and throw.
Yeah.
It worked the sword,
I would
Celeste
say.
is fantastic with sword work. But here we go,
nice
Maggie again. And that was clean, too.
She's doing a good job controlling that helmet.
Maggie's got to take the time. There we go. Take the
nice
mount.
knees. And Celeste is tired. That's the part when Celeste was taking control of. Celeste's like, where can I work out of this? But it was 1-2 down. It's too late.
Yeah, Maggie's controlled that helmet the whole time.
They're also throwing some strikes that they need to.
Anytime she catches her off balance, she simply just puts her weight of her arm on that helmet and just guides her down. It's so hard to lift your head.
Yep.
And you saw Celeste do that. You saw that head snap back when she came up because she was struggling so hard to lift herself up because it's that hard just to lift the heck up.
But Celeste is out of gas in this part. I just have to stand and fight. Oh, they struck down. That's great. But they're not moving that part, so Maggie's just got it going.
There's another takedown. And there's damage.
I project another one after they get stood up and go again. I think Maggie's going to go again.
Yeah, she's going to go for another one, maybe.
Again, Celeste is doing a good job.
100%.
Shutting down this takedown, but those takedowns are smooth.
No, Maggie's doing great.
Points. They cause damage. They knock some wind out of you,
Yeah, Celeste is doing a good job of protecting herself when she's down, which we talked about that. Like, don't just give up once you're on the ground. Like, you
I'd love to see Maggie scramble for a little bit more. But
and I've been thrown out when Jimmy Shock took me down 2 in a row. I'm like, this sucks. Got to keep on going. Let's see what we can do.
Fantastic.
So I've been there. All right, so we got 33 seconds left. Maggie's T once back in. Maggie may not.
Oh, there's a head control again.
There's a head, yep, see, you got that helmet on that, and it's just so hard.
Nice
She's doing
kicks.
a good job pulling the 6'3" frame down.
100%. No. It's a turn. So now that one, Celeste almost had was trying to.
You called it.
Step out. Throw.
You called it. Just take down Central. That's 3 points every time.
And once again, for you guys back home, Celeste is not doing a bad job at all.
No.
Maggie's just putting back where she wants her.
No. Celeste's doing a good job. She's doing a good job of timing that knee to the back of the head.
The match will go to a judges.
Great fight.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's been times where sometimes I will be just laying down. I'm like, just let it go over. I'm just done.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
And to be getting her photo
time, man.
And just throw this out there, man. Yeah. Fantastic work out there from both of them. This is really one of those examples, though, of like Celeste is so experienced and so well done. But if you train super hard and you focus on one fighter and build up that gas tank and conditioning and learn how to fight one fighter, you can dominate, right? Before this, everybody had to go to tournaments. You don't know who you're fighting.
Yeah.
Now we're setting up.
Because now you're getting there's actually, thanks to AMMA, there's actually footage of fighters out there. Because you used to not have that. You guys couldn't really study your opponent.
All right, we're going to get the fighters to the center of the ring and announce this winner. All right, here we go.
Fighters to the center of the ring.
Great fight, both sides.
After 3 brutal rounds, your winner, Maggie!
It's all love.
It's all love. No.
It's all love.
I have to say, super proud. She worked really hard for this.
I remember, I think it was when you knew the fight was happening last time when I fought Jimmy, I was looking at her. I'm like, "Are you ready for that?" She's like, "I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna be
Was
ready."
she stressed?
No,
Mickey?
she was excited.
Mickey,
She was super excited.
Was there any hesitancy with her? Was she stressed at all? Like about like okay, this is gonna be a tough opponent. You know, like I know I got my work cut out for me.
Who's that, Maggie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah. I
camp,
mean,
yeah.
we all know Celeste.
Knew the threat. Knew the threat.
No
Yeah.
slouch.
Yeah. Celeste is trained with some of the best fighters.
Right.
Yeah, old school and new school, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
And to be like, oh, I'm a year into the sport. I just decided to be in it. Doesn't even own her own armor yet, really.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Like, yeah. A lot of that's leather gear. And Maggie just took it to heart that if I do what I'm told in my camp, and it'll serve me.
Yeah.
And
we trained for that.
She showed up all the time and did it to the T, exhausted every single day.
Yeah, because she was in there late when I came in to let me borrow armor. She was still in there
She's still
training
in there.
like after everybody else had
Oh,
left.
yeah.
You know,
9:30, man. She's still rocking.
And I think
Yeah.
they sum it up when they say, "Do it tired, do it angry, do it like sleepy. Just make sure you get in there."
Who
and do
says
it.
that? That's dope.
It's freaking sweet. I don't know. I've seen it on
It's like,
Instagram a whole lot. They're
I like
like,
it.
do
Oh,
it
yeah.
angry, do it
Sounds like,
tired.
yeah.
Just you got to get in there and do the work. Otherwise, you reap what you sow.
Match number 8. Fighter number 1. Berlin, Wisconsin. It's Jordan Ray.
Let me see myself.
Fighter number 2. From Cuartel, Mexico. It's Andrew Martinez.
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters wearing the black brigandine from Berlin, Wisconsin, it's Jordan Ray. And his opponent wearing the black brigandine with the blue trim from Mexico, it's Andrew Martinez. The fighters have agreed to 3 2-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 15 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the marshal at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corners. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Nashville, who's ready for some action? And start fighting.
All right, I'm excited for this fight.
Here we go. Already
That's
active,
amazing.
man. You can see the speed difference already.
100%.
This is crazy.
You know, and Jordan Rank trained to fight me when we first did this in this auditorium. It ended with me getting my knee, broken.
Sure.
With an armor failure and a sword strike. But he was getting ready for an explosive, fast-paced fighter.
Dude, look at Ship.
Man,
That Ship was amazing.
That's right, man.
And now, Ali, I have fought before. When we did the Wandering Sword Duelist Cup in Texas, we did a longsword fight, which is completely different, but I barely beat him. He is so
what
fast.
a sidekick.
Dude,
so
man,
smooth.
okay, man, this is wild. Jordan, man, coming out.
Look at twisted. Oh, you got him now. Now, Ali, if you can control it, get the back reversed. They're just rolling. Now, this part, Ricky's looking, making sure they're safe. Nice back hits.
Dude, they are going, man. They are
This is
going.
different in our sport. You can hit the back of the head because the helmet's protecting you. You got to get those strikes in.
Very dangerous without a helmet. In real life.
100%.
Absolutely can change your
They're
life.
standing up, but that was a good scramble.
That was great.
Jordan does a great job. I mean, he's a fantastic judokan. Like his throw game is intense, and he doesn't give up on throws either. He will lock in and be like, "I'm gonna make this happen."
Dude, Jordan was coming in.
Absolutely amazing. Then Ali tried to do a throw. He's trying to do a Soto. He switched around, did the other one, and that's when they went down. For those of you at home, also, we look at armor. If you look at both their upper arms, they're wearing something we call jack chains. So this is a different kind of armor. It's like really good for pro fights. It's good for minimalistic fighting. Ooh, nice stuff. There we go.
Yeah, that reach, he's going to have to overcome that reach. That's going to be tough.
He overcome the first part of the fight for dang sure. He was bum rushing coming through there. Yes. Now he's going to capitalize. Man, he is capitalizing, dude. Just raining it down.
He's trying to turn.
Did you see him turning back in for more shots, dude? Just bang, dog.
And this is where Ollie's trying to take his leg, and people don't teach it enough because it's really hard to do it in armor. If you can catch the back of the knee and push them down, but it's so hard.
I can't believe he caught that teep.
I told you. He's been looking for it. Ollie's now, I think that was his third one he threw.
Oh, they were talking there. Earlier they were saying we got to pull USA on this. There we go.
People there, where are we from?
Good
nice
inside leg kick, though. Yep.
It's tough fight, tough fight.
This is where it gets to be international.
That was the best first round I've seen all night.
Absolutely amazing. Like I said, these are Andrew Ali, world champion level. Jordan Rank having to train to fight Mickey. Mickey's world champion level. This is a world level champion fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and Jordan Rank's pretty new, honestly. Like, he's new to, he's about as new as sport. He looks like, what, 3 years?
3 years.
Yeah. I got 4 years. I got one on him, man. Like, he trains super hard with judo. His workout routines are insane. Look at his Instagram sometime.
Oh, I will have to.
Yeah. Bohemian Monk.
He's Bohemian.
Yeah, he's Bohemian.
We follow him. Yeah, I forgot. That's right.
He takes it to heart. You have to do plyometrics. You have to be explosive.
You have
can't
to.
just be strong.
Right.
It has to be, mobile. It has to be effective. You have to
have practical, usable strength.
Yes. And he comes out there, he can deadlift a truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then he comes out dancing around like that. Like, fantastic. I think his cardio is the thing that might come into question.
It might. And Ali, that's where he's not going to let up. I mean, I might lose my money or pesos in this part from Mexico. But I think Ali's going to step it up and keep on going.
Yeah.
What's his deadlift?
Well, I don't know. It's a lot. He power lifts too. Just so you know.
Right on. That's dope. Well, that's crazy. So it shows you can train for two sports because that's two totally different types of training.
Like I said, check his Instagram. He's running around in armor. This is where we talked about actually putting on your kit and then getting ready to do explosive movements.
He probably deadlifts in armor.
Yeah. When I think of the future of the sport and how to figure out how to train for this sport,
right?
He's figuring it out.
Oh yeah.
He's really taking like a lot of the MMA stuff, the powerlifting, because we need that strength to handle this armor and this weight. And he's making it into this explosive, just killer.
It's all chess pieces putting it all together.
Like, it's so good. So proud of him. He's doing great.
Super proud. This is amazing. Like I said, world level fighters here. This is why MMA is great. People are like, oh, it's coming to America. I'm like, we're bringing everyone from the world of the sport. And it's absolutely amazing.
This guy from Mexico City. Yeah, Mexico. Mexico. Yes.
Mexico. Yeah. Mexico.
I wouldn't even try to pronounce the city. I'm just going to be honest. I'm out.
But awesome. Absolutely amazing.
All right, let's get going down to round number 2.
Interesting to see. Let's see what adjustment Andrew makes for this round. I'm going to give that first one to Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
When he caught the return, Jordan points ahead. Jordan is awesome.
Down but not out is Ali.
And there's a significant height advantage on Andrew.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, he's got 7 inches. 7 inches on him.
But he's using the speed, explosive. That's where the power that works.
And his whole goal is going to be to want to get inside.
100%.
And he's a master at being inside. His grappling is insane.
And as you look, he springs. He's ready to move in as soon as he can.
Ali, though, his speed is so good, and he's starting to be more patient now. He thought he made.
Look at that. Caught him with that shield.
Being patient. Being patient.
And now he's turning into the duelist, so now he's dueling on the side. He's getting those nice snipes.
Yep. Yeah, he's putting something in his face to keep him away every single time.
And he's shooting every time. So now I think he's been not quite unanswered, but that was 5 or 6 shots where Jordan Rank is just having to watch.
Yep, good adjustment.
Movement. And so that one was great. It was a nice punch, but that's when at the end you turn it into a shot.
Yep.
Jordan's going to have to use that wall now. Like, that's going to be his friend.
Yep, close that cage, close that distance down, get him up against the cage.
Yep. And Ali's pulling out real quick.
He's good angle.
Ali's turning this into a duel now, which is nothing wrong with it. He's still punching, he's still throwing shots. For those back home, a lot of times punches aren't necessarily allowed in some of the dueling. It's more only sword strikes. But he's doing the best of both worlds and moving in and out.
Yeah, and that's a good game plan if you're down one round. Go ahead and slow it down, catch the breath, and just pick them apart.
Oh, yeah. You have to play to her game, which we talked about once again with Maggie. Had to play to her strength. Same thing with Ali. He's just circling out, circling out.
He's doing a good job of making Jordan commit and then trade off.
There you go.
Superman
Superman distance, but again, if Ali keeps him circling away from that cage, it's not going to happen.
And he hit when he struck with it. He struck, block it, threw a punch back, said nope.
Yeah.
Tried
to hit that side kick. Didn't fully rotate on the ball of that foot, but close enough. He almost hit him with the heel.
That's the difference between professional fighters. Once again, for those at home, these are professional fighters. They're getting paid to night fight now here.
He got caught real bad in the mouth right there under his that short punch. That one hurt him. There's that side kick again.
Ooh, if Ali turns around, and this might come up later, he's doing a lot of strong kicks there. If Ali goes, catches him, throws him down like he did earlier, he's going to be in trouble. It's great energy.
That was a great adjustment, that whole round from Andrew Martinez right there. He did a great job adjusting, picking apart. Was very good at not getting backed into the corner. I think he knows Jordan ranks like explosiveness and that small where he does have the smaller build. He knows he's coming in like a bull in a truck and throwing those shots, and he's angling off, tapping him with the sword, throwing the teep kick, moving around.
And we've had, Andrew Ali in the cage when we did our first fight. I was so excited to bring him back to take on Jordan. He beat me.
He did.
Ali beat Sean last
that's
time.
right.
And,
no slouch.
Sean's no slouch, and his grappling game is strong.
Super strong.
Ali even was outdoing him in the grapple class. So like it's he has such a stacked game. I'm curious what Jordan's going to be able to have to do to change up. He seems a little lost in that last round.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the part where I said, yes, longsword is a different game, but he's also a world champion for Mexico for Sword and Shield champion. Now, granted, Sword and Shield is more of a dueling, but he's switched that over.
Yeah.
He's taking both things from both games and making it work.
That's the thing when you get to a certain level, like where everybody has these chess pieces put together, everyone's good. So it's literally just who executes it better at the right time. And you might whoop me, and I might whoop you the other night. You might whoop all of us in one night. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just how it goes.
Yeah. And it's seeing what you adapt to, what you get numbers. Like, obviously, Ali has made this adaptation. This first one, he's like, I need to start playing this game.
Yeah.
I start doing it.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see if Jordan has enough
can respond.
energy.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he needs to get in. He needs to stay in. He's using explosive energy to do those kicks, but if he doesn't catch and go, it's just wasted.
Yeah, he's got to feint a little bit more, I think, to set that up because he's not making Ali respect his forward motion.
That side kick is powerful, but he's always circling out. Mickey's right. He's going to have to take that stutter step and then set into the kick and time it down, or close that distance to get him closer to the cage where he doesn't have time to move.
100%. And actually, if you look at Ali's shield, he has a little bull on there, so he's literally fighting a bull as we go through this.
What's the bull and tiger? Yeah.
Fighter number 2, are you ready? In Nashville, who's ready for the final round?
All right, here we go.
And start fighting.
So he needs to use that explosive energy to get in and stay in. Is my
Yes.
Ooh, sparks. I love those.
Wow, we saw sparks tonight. There we go.
See, the problem actually with some of Jordan Rank's guard is that he's doing like kind of an X-shaped guard instead of that V strong high guard, and he's getting hit in the head.
Yeah, and when you get up there and high, you're tired. Your armor. What's going to they have jack change, so it's a little bit different. And when he uses that knee flying, he needs to use it with a cage discipline, like right there.
Yeah.
And put him in. But Ali's circling out like a champ.
Andrew's doing he's doing a good job of firing that shield strike, using his length and then pulling it right back and getting back to guard instead of leaving it out there to take that headshot.
No,
See,
Jordan,
there it is again.
Jordan doesn't get a chance to team up with anybody, fight too much with. He's training a lot on his own.
Yep.
And this is what's showing right now is the fact he doesn't know what happens when somebody adjusts.
100%. I've been there. Once again, he's from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Being here in Illinois, that part, you're just there with yourself doing things.
He's gonna have to shoot. He's gonna have to get low.
Yeah,
he's a little shorter.
There you go. This is exactly what he needs to do.
Now he's got to get lower than Andrew right now.
Yeah, he can't lose this right now. If Andrew just slaps that shield on his back, Jordan won't have the power. But
that was a fantastic takedown. He went for it. He got low. He loaded him up and let him fall and committed to the takedown.
And it was such a risky move because when he turns back completely, he's like, it's go or now or not. And Ali was broken enough in position that he couldn't just shove him down, and it was perfect.
Right. And that's points. He needed those points.
And Ali hit the ground hard on that one.
Yeah.
So see how he pops back up. Oh, he's fine. Good.
A big thing is the points are cumulative over the course of the fight in our formula that we have. So Jordan Rank may have like put a stomping on in that first round, right? And Ali may have not gotten enough points for that second round, but
yeah, I think he's he's doing exactly what we talked about. He's trying to get in and stay in.
Yep.
I think Ali got enough that's gonna make it harder. If he keeps this pace, Jordan, he's gonna be fine. But if Ali starts putting some more points now, like those shots there, it's unanswered.
Yeah,
he'll be good.
He's got 10 seconds. He's got to go. He's got to go.
10 seconds.
But he's got it wherever he wants to. He wants to go again.
Good
Nice
knee.
knees.
Good knee.
Look at his leg position for Ali. He has broken on the one side. You're not really strong on either side.
He's looking for it again. He's trying to get it. There it is. There it is, dude. He got it again. Right at the end. You can't stop. You can't. You cannot think you're out. He did that perfectly till the very last second of the fight.
Yeah. No, that was a great fight, and that's part where Ali cage fight a little there. Like as I said, his legs are broken up there. He just picked a side. All he needed is shrimp to one side and say I'm on my strong side or the other side. But when you're just middle, you're just giving those middle points to go either way.
Dude, who y'all got?
Oh, I think
that's hard.
That was hard.
Because the takedown, at the end, the takedowns, he got 2 that round.
Yeah, but Ali was racking up points.
He racked up points that second round.
And kick. I mean, every time Jordan Rank moved, shot was firing in from that left straight.
Yep.
You know, I didn't check to see if Ali's feet were switched or anything like that, but it definitely was just jabbing it out there.
It was a lot. There was somewhere I think it was like 5 to like 2, 5 to 1. And based on the paper here, I'm just saying, even though the reversal's great, I don't think it's going to be enough points to put it ahead.
Well, the judges have made their decisions. We're going to get the fighters to the center of the ring and make this happen.
Yeah, but who'd y'all say?
I think Ali has it.
Fighters to the center of the ring.
Great fight. Great fight.
After 3 rounds, your winner, Andrew Martinez!
That was a fantastic fight. That was an awesome fight. That was cool to watch. Don't boo him. Don't boo him. Come on, that's slow. Don't boo him. Hey, good job. Good job. Good job. You did great. Yeah, we're with you. That was all. Both you guys did good.
I think it's great.
Fantastic.
Sometimes it's hard. You're at the hometown,
yeah, that's all it was.
It's not necessarily been Mexico or thing. I've been booed when I fought Jacob. Putting the hometown hero, they're like, Spencer Waddell, we hate him,
Dude, we went to the Pan Ams in Mexico for Team USA.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, they called Team USA. You could have heard pins drop. Like, no one.
Oh, no,
cheered.
yeah.
They hated us.
And that's the thing, it's like, Jordan Rank did do a great job showing really big dominance in the beginning round. And that's what the crowd remembers in their head.
Right,
like, he was dominant the whole time.
Yeah.
But Ali kept picking him apart. And Jordan couldn't figure out that new strategy to solve for that.
Right.
And it was kind of too many minutes too late.
Yes.
When he came back at the end and was getting those throws. But again, he wasn't capitalizing on those throws.
Right.
So, and that's the difference because he does judo. He can get him to the ground. What are you going to do from there? He's going to have to work on that, go back to the drawing board and work on that.
And especially when he's throwing, he's going to get a hit there, throw, let go of the one arm, let go of that sword controlling, and just go boom, boom, boom.
Less control to the ground, actually, to make it work.
And that's what we're trying to do is get you guys at home is like educate you as you're watching this to that way you can understand the sport more. And that's why you hear us asking each other questions so that you guys can understand and follow at home.
Match number 9. Fighter number 1. From Dallas, Texas. It's Shanna. Fighter number 2. From the United Kingdom, it's Jenny
center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing a red tabard from Dallas, Texas, it's Shanna Knight! And wearing the white tabard from the United Kingdom, it's Jenny Häbry! The fighters have agreed to 3 2-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 15 seconds. No illegal strikes. Defend yourselves at all times and obey the marshal at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corners.
This is going to be exciting. You got Jenny Häbry all the way from across the pond, the UK. Thanks for her coming here to the show.
Number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? In Nashville, who's ready for this matchup? And start fighting.
And Shanna Knight from our good old USA, Texas, Dallas, Texas, amazing.
One of the best in the game.
One of the best. I'm going to call it a low-key. This is a women's championship as far as I'm concerned.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. These are 2 of the best fighters. And Jenny's been working super hard on this, but Shanna has that reputation of being a destroyer.
She's a killer.
Man, Jenny's ability to see those leg strikes and pull out just a hair, moving her hips out of the way to dodge that strike.
And this is, you're seeing a little bit of the European special. That's something they work on, their bread and butter.
Just getting in and out, just moving.
Yeah.
They're both doing a great job of baiting each other a little bit to make them play their game.
Yeah. And this is where sometimes we see a little bit earlier, not throwing shade at all of our expedition, but this is a pro fight where they're throwing, they're getting that arm up, they're catching those last-minute shots.
Yep, and Jenny has the buckler again, used for that, those harder punches, but sacrificing at the same time the ability to block as well.
A little bit, but then also as we think about it, it's the strength of when you get caught in a clinch, you have less to hold on to.
You got less to hold on to, yep. You can move more. Tit for tat.
Yeah, I think at that moment, Shanna probably should have pressed a little bit more in.
A little.
Oh, but I mean,
there you go.
She's got that loaded left hand, though.
Did you tell her that? She heard that. She's like, okay.
Yeah, press in. Time to do it. Yeah, I mean, right now they're filling it out because they're completely worlds apart, Texas and UK. They know of each other, but they've never seen each other, right? So
yeah, 100%.
This is it. Oh, there's Shanna.
Because he's still, it's that gas tank, that gas pedal, and now they're filling each other out. Now they're trying to put each other a little. Yeah. So you're starting to see it.
Shannon made, I think, a smart move right there. Said, I don't want you to move. Let me get you up against the cage. Stop this movement, and there's a takedown.
So close. Almost.
Now there it is. Now she's got it.
So it wasn't a complete takedown. She went down. She was controlled. But now you are in a position where you're losing points.
There's a sword stuck in the cage, too.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. It's still a safety thing. Just out there, got it out.
Pulled it out. I wonder if she did that on purpose, just saw it and pulled it out for her.
Yeah, I mean, I think she knew maybe if she was trying to throw and she's like, this is not going, something's on it.
5 seconds remaining.
Got a gauntlet off.
Oh, yeah. Because it sounds a little bit of like, you must feel the sword within your body, but the sword becomes an extension of you're like, what's going there? Nice throws. See, Shannon's like, I gotta get the points.
Yep.
Stop fight. Fighters to your corners. We're going to quick minutes rest and send them right back.
Now they got a taste of each other. They understand. They know what game they're playing. I'm interested to see what adjustments they're going to make. I think personally Jenny took that one a little bit, had a little bit of an edge. But Shayna's doing a good job of responding.
Yeah, I think really what's going to happen is Brett Skinner is going to walk in there and be like, here's the game plan. He is such a genius when it comes to analyzing and understanding. He's done commentary for us, and he sees things before it happens.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, they're doing it, and then it happens.
Yeah, tell the audience about Brett at home, for those who don't know. He's
Brett's
fighting
about to
later
go.
in the card.
He's going to be fighting later. The other white company.
He's right next.
Yep, he's
both
next.
Both of them, actually.
Yeah,
both the corners.
After the intermission, we're going to bringing Brett out here to fight the other corner. So, but Brett Skinner changed the sport.
Absolutely amazing. I call him the Chuck Norris of our sport.
Yes, he developed such an incredible system of training and focusing on grappling and just the techniques that have come out of his brain is incredible.
100%. And as I was telling you before, he was my first pro fight coming back into the sport. I fought him in Texas maybe about 3 years ago. He took me down only once, thank God, but he kept my butt.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not that he's a genius either. He knows Shanna's strength. She's an amazing fighter. She's going to come out there, tell her this is what you know how to do it right.
Yeah.
And the same thing across from Jenny, right? Jenny's doing a kick butt job out there. She knows exactly what needs to do. She just needs her corner to be like, keep with the plan or change these tiny things. These two women are incredible fighters. Like, you see the fighter intelligence out there, out of this world.
They say when Brett Skinner does a push-up, he's not pushing himself up, he's pushing the earth down.
I think it's 100% true. 100% true. And as you saw, once again, Shanna tried to get the reversal on that fight. She was going for the throw. That's why it wasn't the beginning. It was not initial takedown. She went to the knee. She didn't have her, but then it got reversed. It was rough. But Shanna's going to get in there, and I think Brett's going to be like, you lost those points. This is when you did this. And I saw them last time. When they warm up, when Shannon's about going out there, Brett, they're going hard in the back. They're like getting you warmed up to go.
I'm obviously not on the level of Brett Skinner and the expert of my game plan, but if I'm Shannon's corner, I'm going to tell her, take a stutter step, let Jenny move, because she moves the moment Shannon comes at her. Take that stutter step, then cut the angle.
I think that's good, because once again, this is a stutter step not big enough to compromise your position, but it's a good feint. Oh, Jenny's
used the length on that. She used the length on that jab.
Yeah, Jenny's coming out a lot less reserved in this one to get away. There's Shannon's.
See, there's that angle. There's that angle. She's getting him to cut.
Yeah, every step back, it's swing that left leg back and swing the sword as hard as you can. You're gonna hit your target.
Yep, and then
but this is Shanna's. This is where she dominates.
Yep, and that's what if she can make her work. Once again, now we said the spread legs was good, but she's posted up on Shannon well, so it's not a bad position.
But she knows this cage. She's been in here already, so she knows how to work this wall game here. Jenny can throw those shots, but getting blocked by the shield.
Yep, but then she's trying to do the inside.
Yeah,
this is where it turned out.
Little leg pick. Little leg pick there.
And this is the part where last time with Andrew Ali, this is what he needed to do. Yeah. But Shanna's trying to get in.
Jenny's got Shannon in a dangerous position.
Oh, man.
She's still not down.
She's got to finish it. I mean, she is down, but she's got to finish it, get full control, and start raining shots.
And this is that part where it's hard to do, but I would slip down from your body and go for the knees and try to get a reap and push them back down.
She's delivering some devastating knees to the face. She got that one, even though she had that shield in front of her, it still hurt.
And they're back standing, so they don't even have to reset them.
Shannon's still 50 seconds, a whole another minute almost.
Shannon's a little bit behind. She's going to have to keep on getting some good picks in there, some nice good shots.
But how much energy has Jenny expanded doing all that?
That's true. Jenny had to muscle those takedowns.
Yeah.
Shannon's got very strong legs. She understands the grapple game better than most.
But Jenny, now she's working her into the corner. It seems if Shanna has enough power to keep her there. But Jenny is moving. She's stepping back and forth. She's still in and out. She's not just throwing.
Jenny does a pretty dang decent job blocking with that buckler.
Oh, 100%.
Which is hard to do.
It's super hard.
She did. That's what I was talking about, charging that teep when you see it to fire it.
And this is where the next level of combat, when you see this level, you can have a little buckler and still pick up those shots. Because you're looking at where the sword's coming from. You're looking at where the shot's going. That one, Shanna got that through, actually. So you heard metal. You heard metal instead of buckler.
Jenny's still got some heat on those snaps, on the flat snaps. She's still swinging, and you can hear that sword cracking. And the people don't think about the. I remember Mickey was training me on with the sword and the snap, the wrist, the wrist. Like I would say, like I might be stronger, but Mickey can snap it harder. He can hit that thing harder. I mean,
it's all about that last little bit of it, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, it doesn't even hurt your wrist because you just have the sword cooking, and then that little snap increases that centrifugal force, and you hit hard. And that's where your power comes from. It's not that you're muscling it. You're not really using your wrist. It's just you're directing the force that you've already generated with the rest of your body.
Right.
You know.
And then on top of that, if you're in a position where you get to use your little hips to either rig your trigger back, it's like a karate punch. Same thing with the hip. You're throwing that in there stronger, or pulling it back to throw another shot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 1-inch punches, man. Like you can snap super hard. It's a weapon. It amplifies your efforts. And all those shots, I mean, they're wearing some, maybe some more heavier than high level pro fight armor, but they sting. Like if you're getting slapped like that by a real person who's how to use a sword, you're not happy about getting hit.
No. What's Brett saying to Shannon right now, you think?
He's saying this one, you're trying to get in, and I think I'm saying I think that she didn't get the position as much as she wanted to. She was in a good place, but she didn't do anything with it. Or either that, Jenna was not allowing her to do what she wanted to with it.
Jenny's doing a good job of making Shannon play her game.
Oh, 100%.
That's the...
And those ones where at first it wasn't a takedown of it, but Shanna tried to do it, but then she put so much into it that she ended up going down, and Jenna stayed strong. And then just went going back there.
Yeah, I mean, what you're really seeing is the same thing that happened with, Andrew and Jordan. Is, Jenny knew the assignment. If you can win out just a little bit on those grapples, great. But the rest of it, pick it apart. Pick that person apart.
And then like what Ali should have did in the back one, when she was up against, she was still spread leg just like Ali, but then she picked the side eventually, and that's when she got the throw.
Absolutely. Well, here we go to that final round. This is going to be epic.
Remember,
What
this
a
is
great
the
way to
final
end this.
round
Yep.
before the intermission.
Yep. We had intermission right after this.
Then we're going to 5 rounds.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Nashville is ready for the final round!
All right.
And starting!
A little bit of history for us back there. Shannon's wearing Iron Phoenix, so they're a group up in Washington. They're amazing. They don't exist as much, but they are amazing progenitors of our sport. They're great people in it. What's going to be talked about on the other side with Jenny, they're from White Company. Amazing European team.
Yeah, it's great that we were able to get so many international fighters this time. Fantastic. We put a lot of effort in trying to get the best fighters, and it's showing. These fights have been incredible.
100%.
And there's the thing that Shan, I think, was missing in the first is that head control, like the head driving in to that chin. That's super important to control Jenny, because Jenny's slippery. You know?
Those nice knees.
And get the top of her head under Jenny's chin.
Yes.
And drive that head up.
And you saw the inside knee from Jenny, or from Shannon trying to switch it out on Jenny, and it didn't.
There we go.
See, I'd like to see Jenny start snapping that head down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Every time Shan reaches her head in like that and starts tilting, reach in, snap that head down, and rotate out.
Yeah. Now we got a minute left, so Shanna still needs to do a whole lot to get some points in.
They're headbutting each other now. Now they're just trying to headbutt. Shannon's just trying to get those points.
If I was Shanna on this one, pulling your right hand back, if Jenny will allow you apart and getting those leg shots, Jenny's then going to react, see how she moves, and you might be able to get a takedown off of that.
Right.
Because Shanna needs the points.
Yeah. If Shannon can take that shield and trap Jenny's right arm and then slide that right leg behind her and get that hip toss, but now it's too late. We've gotten back into the open.
And now you hear Brett on the one side. He's like, get back on her. You don't have time to wait. And this is where Shannon hears, and she's hearing it, but she's trying to get a throw. This is where you have to get the points, too.
And I wonder if some steam left at Jenny, like leading into this final round.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, this was the game plan, I think, to go to from the beginning.
Yeah. And then she's turning.
Stop her movement, because Jenny's movement's fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
Fighters, let's go!
There's those rib shots. Yeah, see, she's in her element. That's what she's doing. She's doing what she's supposed to do.
She needed to have that part.
There
There you go.
Yep. If she had done that the whole fight.
Yep, if she was able to do that in that last clinch when she had it, once again, they were both arms up. She couldn't get that arm out. She couldn't get sword arm out.
Right.
So she was throwing nothing. But that's a great fight. Once again,
Yeah,
to me,
great fight. Yeah, no one's complaining about at all.
This is low-key, not actually high-key women's championship or undetermined women's championship. But I hope they get one sometime soon as well. This is amazing.
I gotta give that one to Jenny.
It is.
But great fight for both ladies. Yeah. And you saw a display of athleticism and adjustments. I think that you can learn something from every loss. You can learn something, and that's like one of the questions I always ask when you lose a fight is, what adjustments we make in next camp? What do we learn from this? How are we working? And Jenny, I think, I wonder what her coach is telling her right now.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic job. I don't even know what to think about that.
You're like, you did the work, you put in the time.
And the judges are deliberating still, actually.
Well, because it could be a draw. That's why they both still have their helmets on.
Oh,
They're
no.
like, okay, do we have to go some extra round?
Are they popping?
They are now.
I was wondering why they were just leaving it on. I was like, they're going to just...
It'd be really rare that we ever went to a draw. We have a good point system, but, they did fantastic.
You want to explain that back for everybody watching on the draw system? Y'all want to explain that? The draw, like when there's a draw, what we do?
Well, actually, there's, if they go to a draw based on victory points, we go to like points accumulated over time. So usually there wouldn't be a draw at all. So they would go to that secondary. We try not to make the fighters have to go in and do another draw.
Yeah. And that's what I love about your sport, how you guys made the point system to try to make that happen. Because I've been in ones where you fought and then you have to tie again. Actually, Mike Johnson, the one in there, we went 7 rounds in longsword once because we tied points
you can't,
out of a 3 rounds.
You can't do that, especially in tournament, man.
It was horrible.
All right, let's get in. Let's get decisions in. Let's get down there. Get these fighters.
I know Brett's like serious for his fight, but he's also, I think he's pissed at himself because he's taking the blame himself as a coach. That's what he's doing, and they both did fantastic.
After 3 extremely close rounds, your winner, Jenny! We will be back after a 15-minute intermission. Don't go anywhere.
Well, if you guys guys got it, make sure you guys go get some food, get some drinks, bring it back to us in 15 minutes, and we're going to get on with the championship fights, and we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, such a good fight, though. I mean, like, I know I don't want to cut out quite yet. I do want to talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
Jenny coming over here from the UK. I mean, awesome fight. That was great. So
Plus jet lag, don't even, you know.
But I mean, it was just, they had a game plan. It looked like they stuck with it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was the biggest upset is that they've seen Shanna to upset Kelsey, dominate Amanda. I mean, like, there's a game plan and strategy that Shanna came in with, and Jenny blew it up.
Right.
And the adjustments that they made just took too long.
That's it.
Again, Shanna did an amazing job.
If it was 5 rounds,
Yeah, exactly. You saw that.
Yeah.
That shift in that third round.
Oh, yeah,
2 more
100%.
rounds. I would love to see them come back for a championship.
I'm saying that this was unofficial.
Unofficial championship.
If you guys
So
want to do it,
yeah, let us know if you want us to bring these two back for. You know, we got a lot of fights that we're planning for next year, so we'd love to have them fight their way through the brackets and see who comes out. Because I think a rematch between those two, now that they met, would be dynamite.
I'd watch it.
It'd be epic.
Yeah.
Absolutely epic.
All right, we're going to go to a quick 15-minute intermission. We'll be right back, everybody. Thanks for watching. We got Brett Skinner coming back up against Daniel Winters, and then our 2 championship matches. So come on back. We'll see you soon.
Match number 10. Fighter number 1 from Dallas, Texas. It's Brett Fighter number 2 from the United Kingdoms. It's Daniel Winter.
Fighters to the center of the ring. Nashville, we are back with our headlining matches. To reintroduce the fighters wearing the blue and yellow tabard representing Martinez. It is from Dallas, Texas, Brett Skinner. And his opponent, wearing the white tabard, representing White Company, from the United Kingdom, it's Daniel Winters. The fighters have agreed to 3 2-minute rounds. If you're taken to the ground, you'll be stood up after 15 seconds. No illegal strikes. Obey the marshal at all times and defend yourselves at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corners.
Oh man, this is going to be so exciting.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Nashville, are you ready for this pro fight? And circling.
Brett Skinner, one of the best in the game.
One of the best. Already one of the GOATs.
Yeah, and this is the 2 coaches that were coaching the last fight.
100%. And the thing is, too, once again, Dominus is one of the best team in the United States, one of the best in the world. White Company is one of the best teams in the UK. So sometimes they have big power teams.
Good
job
pushing in.
Yeah.
But again, you got to be careful. Brett can explode off that cage.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. If his back's to the wall, he's just comfortable standing around there.
and he'll
And he's using a heavier sword for that is slower, but it delivers more damage.
That's the sword that creased my titanium armor last time.
He's also got that buckler, just like his teammate there.
Yeah.
Against the wall. Brett's doing a great job of defending those points on the legs with the shield.
And he's moving out. Going back. Oh, then see that leg shot. He tried to move it away, but Brett has that lane or that control.
He thought it was coming straight down the middle and redirected at the very last moment.
And he's giving 2. Same thing I was probably doing.
Good kick.
He's trying to turn that leg inside, and he wants to get a throw.
Yep, you see he saw him going for that underhook.
Yeah.
And Brett caught that arm.
Nice little headbutt to exchange. Don't know if they caught it for points, but it was still really cool.
You notice Brett's helmet. He's giving himself more vision, but also risking exposure to the eyes and the face and cheekbones.
Yeah. But that's the part where they maintain the movement, the distance. He's like, that's cool. That's going to work on. I want to be able to see those teeps. I want to see those movements where he talked about once again.
Yeah.
I'd honestly like to see Daniel taking a little bit more time
30 seconds.
to set up when he steps in with his left foot. He's not throwing out that shield. He needs to be stepping in with that shield.
Yes.
Put it in Brett's face.
Right, there you go.
There we go.
Like I said,
the thing I want to see, I get it.
I don't know if you're using a controller or what's going on, but they do exactly afterwards.
Say something else, Mickey.
This fight's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's working.
Something happened. Illegal strike.
I don't think it's.
That was an illegal strike. Oh, he's getting the helmet off. He bleeds something.
Yeah,
To get him in the throat?
I think so.
Oh, dude, they got to get that off fast. They're working. They're working.
Sort of looking at this is one of the times where you have a gorget as one part of armor where you're not sure where it hits. They have leather gorget under it to protect you from those shots. If he doesn't have one, this is water. As you can see, Jenny didn't look like, oh my God, what's going on? She's just kind of like, cool, get some water. Just working on it.
Being calm, but I mean, if you take one of those swords to the freaking Adam's apple, dude.
Oh yeah, he'd be done.
There was an
But
illegal
that's what
strike to the throat.
with the
We'll give him a quick
padding
minute to recover.
and with the
Decide
titanium, you
how
should
to
have a
go
gorget there.
forward.
That's what keeps you from getting your windpipe crushed. Does it still hurt? Heck yeah, as you can see from this.
And with the illegal strike, that's a 5 points, I think, to leave off.
I believe so.
Yep. He's going to. That happened in Steven's fight, in the very first fight. The illegal strike was the big difference in the outcome.
Yep, the teep kick to the groin.
He's going to be given that time to, recover for a second, as he should.
And once again, Brett did not do that on purpose. He's throwing shots. That's what you're doing. People are moving in. You're moving out. You're throwing a shot. That could have been a head shot. That could have been a chest shot. It's all depending on where your opponent's moving in.
It's going to happen. Yep. And it looks like Daniel's regained his composure. He's getting his buckler suited up. He's picking that sword back up. And you really want to. Sometimes you obviously really want to quit right there.
Just so you know, he does get the full 5 minutes to recover from an illegal strike like that.
Nice.
It happens. It's an accident. I know they didn't mean to do that.
No.
But it does happen, and they're taking the time. They have 20 seconds left in this round.
I mean, he had such a small window to slide under that.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like with the odds.
That's
Still
what was
20
in the
seconds
armor.
remaining
If
in
that
this
was
round.
skin to skin or even chest, no, that's getting crushed. Comes back out strong. They know they only have just a little bit of time left, so they're pushing it all the way.
Brett's shield defense is
10 seconds.
fantastic.
Oh, it's
Because usually you're not seeing. You're not seeing a ton of great shield blocks. They're just kind of tit for tat, tit for tat. He focuses a lot. on
It's stop fight. Fighters to your corners. We'll give him a quick minute to rest to recover.
And then they shake hands, they give a hug. He's like, hey man, I didn't mean to do that. He's like, I know. Let's get back into it.
Great first round. Obviously, with the illegal strike, I would say it probably went to Daniel.
Yeah.
Because of that illegal strike.
I think so. That one, it could be close because Brett was throwing a lot of good
Right.
shots. He might have been up. They might not be tied.
Yeah, and it's really going to be up to what the referee says. If it's an accidental, they're not going to penalize Brett. I mean, he's going to get his first warning.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and if he does it again, he might be cued. He might be
Very important distinction. Yeah.
Yeah, he may not be point penalized though on this because again, accidents happen.
Yeah.
I've been throw punch. I've been throw everything
Oh.
at this point.
Right.
An axe, a two-handed weapon, a long sword. There isn't a thing I haven't hit to throw it.
Yeah, he's shaking it off.
They are going to
gonna-
penalize. You're going to get 5 points for that.
This is what makes you a professional. This is what makes you real. This is what people say, this isn't a real sport. This is 100% a real sport. Because I don't know about you. Throwing a shot at a moving target, super hard.
Yeah.
But these are the things that can happen. But that's what you train for. And now Brett's going to be extra cautious. I don't think he's going to not throw that shot anymore.
Right.
But
1
it is
minute.
something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to slow Brett down at all.
No.
He comes to win. He always does, right? But Daniel might actually be a little gun shy.
Might be.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that push that he put in for those 20 seconds was saying, no, I'm not even shooken by this at all.
Right.
I'm here to play.
I was going to say that. I'm like, I think he's more like, that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you hit me one more time.
Yeah.
Here's a gift from the
He was showing that last round too. He doesn't want Brett to have time to tee off.
No.
So he was getting him up. He was getting him up against that cage and getting that shield, that buckler in his face.
And once again, we talked about 5 minutes, that break. He deserves the break if he wants to take it, but you're also giving it to your opponent. Brett is watching his gadget saying, you give him a whole 5 minutes, he's going to come out like, cool, thanks for the break.
15 seconds, fighters. Let's lock and load and let's go.
Here we go to that second round.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Nashville is ready for round number 2. And start fighting.
Here we go. Let's do it. Brett's patient, looking for that opening. But when Brett explodes, he explodes.
100%. You got to do it with a purpose. You can't dilly-dally. You can't be hesitant. You got to go in.
And this is really what you're going to see from a professional level. Like, is that feel out, explosiveness, look for that opening, and keep that pace. Once you get it on top of somebody, push them, grind them. Man, that
Brett,
outside shot from Brett.
Yeah, he's very good at redirecting at the very last second.
For those
there it is. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It circles off.
And for those of you at home, when you first look up Armor Combat, if you look at M1 fights, this is the same thing. This is what AMMA is being. This is the professional level fight.
Yep. Good teep. Again, we were talking about using that rear teep when you're on the offensive, that lead teep when you get caught off guard.
Yep, and making that space. Because if he didn't do that, he would have been in just like that.
Good job with Daniel there using that post with his buckler to deliver that strike.
Everything that Brett does is at full speed. He doesn't lob a shot. He doesn't do anything. It's just snap. He touches you, snap. You get thrown.
1 minute.
Purpose,
Pay
intent.
attention to Brett's footwork. He's almost crossing the ledge, but not quite.
Look at that front snap kick.
Sound.
And this is the one.
There,
that
did he get
shot
hit
to
there
the throat.
again? Is that another one?
All right.
So now he's going to get a warning. That's part where, this is the part where once again, he's not doing it on purpose. It's just a shot that's coming through. I would personally stop. I would stop throwing the shot, the snap kick. Even though the snap shot to the front, that's like bread and butter for what we do. There's so many other things now you can do offsides, or you can do snap kicks just to the leg. Or every single time without taking away from your range, body shot, leg shot.
Right. And you know he feels like trash. You know,
Oh, yeah, he
he's not
doesn't wanna do
he's
that.
not trying to do that on purpose.
He's not trying to do that.
And that could just be style. That's the
Yeah.
big thing
Yeah.
too. Is like
Yeah.
Brett might be used to fighting people that like don't lean their throat back or don't
Yeah.
lean a certain way, and all of a sudden he's popping the target he's used to. But it looks like they're back. Oh, they're back at it.
Yeah, they were going to give him
All right.
3 minutes to recover, but
Yeah, he's like, no, he's wanting. He's not doing it on purpose. It sucks.
All right, here we go. Back at it.
It's also an armor distance. Once again, you look at Brett's helm. Yes, it has the ragged part, but it protects the drape. The Aventail is protecting that. His goes under his helmet.
and Daniel's working to get that clinch.
Oh yeah,
Trying to get under, get those leg shots.
Brett has to respond.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
He's working.
Good adjustment from Daniel there. Slid that little short jab in there. And
They're nice.
short
That's one
jabs.
too. So now he's got the other one hooked.
Yep.
So now he's going to start working one
Brett's-
side. He's trying to feel. He's trying to get the knees. Oh, look, spark off the knees.
Yeah. Brett's working on hitting that body and kind of hitting him high on the chest.
10 seconds.
And he's also trying to feel if there's any strength if he can turn around and just do a throw. Each time. You can see him shifting his body just a little.
It's tough fire. It's tough fire. That is the end of the round.
A little scoot back. Wow.
I'm stressed out.
I'm stressed for him.
Right out.
Here's the thing. It's such a fantastic fight. Like they're both extremely talented, and really, I'd hate to see it. You know, be because of penalties. You know?
Yeah.
Because, Brett's gonna have to fight back from those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I wouldn't want to get hit in the throat by Brett Skinner by any fashion at all. No,
No.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna shake you. But the thing is, after that penalty, Daniel Winters is coming out super strong.
Oh, yeah. It's not slowing him down.
Yeah, no. And he's getting the points he needs, and he's winning. So it's
You don't have to worry about this so much in armor. I mean, I remember a fight inside leg kicking a guy a bunch of times, but he would lean into it and I kept kicking him you know where.
Yep.
And I just stopped throwing the strike because it's just too risky.
And I saw when Daniel took off his armor or took his helmet, he has his padded aventail, and then he has the top one's decorative. So he only has 2 levels of cloth with intended for those shots. So that's kind of smart, really hurts. That's why he's copying that part, but it's not gonna kill him, obviously.
Right,
unless it's just snap. There's a point if it's going through, it could crush your windpipe or work on. But this is where people talk about, right, with Joe Rogan on the show, they're like, oh, that person's taking concussions, they're done. This is where the armor actually works. Yeah, this is what we're working on.
Yeah.
Being cloth.
100%.
Right. And the thing is, even if you are wearing steel on your neck, the impact is going to shoot right through your arteries, and your breathing's going to be all messed up. It's awful.
Physics works. Physics works, and that's why we don't have titanium helmets in this sport. Because titanium, even though it's super strong, the transfer of energy is too high.
It doesn't dissipate any of that impact whatsoever. So no. So I mean, even wearing titanium legs, like as soon as I put them on fresh titanium legs, it stings. Anything you do, it just stings real bad. So
15 seconds, fighters. Let's lock and load and let's go.
So I think Brett's fighting from behind in this one. He's going to have to change up some of his shots. Daniel is really coming at him really hard. It's really great. He's working those things. So it's going to be hard for Brett to work his way out of this hole.
Yeah.
Not impossible.
And without the penalties, we could be talking about a whole totally different ballgame.
Oh, yeah.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? Hey, Nashville is ready for the final round! And start fighting!
There's those punches. Yeah, those
coming out
punches are
strong.
and he's just smothering him against that.
He is, and Brett can't let him do it.
See, what I'm going to watch is Brett. He's going to circle out that way. Now he's going to step across for a soda guard.
He's going to try.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And that's what we were talking about before. He's feeling the body, he's shifting it, and now he knows he has to put the pedal.
That's what he's got to keep doing. He's got to keep circling out. Daniel's going to slouch off just a little bit, and that's when he's going to capitalize.
And now he's kicking with that right foot. If he kicks, misses, pushes across, soda guard against the other side.
But man, I don't know. Daniel's just grinding. Man, that is white company's meta, right?
Yeah,
they grind you to the ground.
Yeah, till they're dust.
And they're staying active in that clinch too, so the referee's not going to break him up.
No.
So there's points being. Oh, there he goes.
He's stripped out, got out.
Brett's going to have to push though.
Yep, he's got a minute left.
Now he's looking. He's assessing. This might be it.
And and Brett's coming off of a hiatus. He had a child. He and his wife.
1 minute.
He did a surgery too. They're working stuff. We're not making excuses for him.
No.
But this is the thing.
Situation. Yeah.
That's how it's going.
Yep.
Brett's tired.
Yeah.
Getting those grinds in, and he's trying to save it for something big and strong. But you can't let him have that
cage pressure
right now.
And he's doing a good job. That's the good advantage of that buckler is he has more room with his hand to put that pressure on the helmet and pull it down.
Yeah. And Brett uses the buckler like that sometimes. So I wonder what his choice was this time. It's interesting. He's trying to turn out.
Off. Yep.
Nice hand block.
Still got that shield defense.
Oh yeah. Because a lot of people just let that hit your head. You're like, nope. Hand snipes. 18 seconds.
There we go. Yep, and Daniel knows, I can coast right now and
10
counter
seconds remaining, fighters!
This point was good. You just don't trade. Or you do trade. Just don't let them have 3 points.
Good. So there's the combo.
And stop fight! Stop fight! Fighters to your corners! We'll get with the judges and tally up the score.
Yeah, good fight from both guys. Daniel, I think, executed his game plan perfectly. And props to Daniel, taking 2 shots to the throat, even though they're unintentional.
Yeah.
Taking those shots and, still not letting emotions get ahead or getting actually, really pissed about the situation and just maintaining composure, sticking to the game plan, not letting Brett tee off, getting him up against the cage. And, Brett, with the illegal strikes, obviously not intentional.
No.
But that makes it, it can get in your head, too. You're like, dang, dude, I know I'm behind because I've done these strikes, so
but now maybe
really
I shouldn't
throw
these ones.
Right.
I said the first one, that part you're like, I'm not going to take that away. Second one part, now I got to start making some other choices.
Yeah. And I'm checking on
the referee
Daniel
going
here.
over there and talking with the judges about that, make sure they understand that the points that were deducted, again, incidental. It just happens.
It happens. Yeah.
It happens twice.
Yeah.
We got to be careful and make sure our fighters are safe. But and I'd like to understand what they're about to talk about. They're going to come to me and talk to this real quick. You guys take it over here.
And this is where we talk about, so we have some people, and I'll literally say this face, like, people that don't think these weapons are real, fight me. Literally, call me out, fight me. But some people are like,
100%,
these aren't real weapons.
Yeah.
These are not sharp weapons. These are real weapons.
Real weapons, exactly.
Because without the armor, it will fracture skulls. It will break bones.
Yeah.
That's
real
why the
steel, man.
rope part. Yeah, it's real steel. That's literally a great point. And cloth is a part of armor. It's not hard armor. Obviously, it's talking with the titanium over or under. You're still going to feel it, but cloth will still stop a lot of things.
Yeah, 100%, man.
So I think this one, I think it's going to end up going to Daniel.
For sure.
But it was a great fight.
Once
again, no shame in it. Brett's thinking about things as go. Shanna. It's awesome to see this this opposite side. They're each other's corners, both side teams. This mirror match of people supporting you on your team.
Right. Right,
and
you guys can go YouTube. You want to see more fights with these guys. Like I said, there used to not be a ton of video footage, but now they're getting more on that. But there's a lot of good ones of Brett out there, and you can see what Brett does and why he's a legend in the sport. And,
100%.
We of course appreciate Daniel for coming across the pond to fight for us and put on a good show for the crowd.
Fighters to the center of the
Absolute
ring.
legends. Also for Brett, you can check out Dallas Warlord Academy. They teach great things and get the sport out there.
After a long deliberation with the judges, they have come to a decision. Winner of this match is Brad Skinner!
Yeah, we need to talk about this one. Let's take a couple minutes while they get ready for the next fight coming up. I want to talk about this because I actually went over there and chatted with them.
Sure.
Because
Let
me get some music going for the audience and they can relax a minute.
Let's hash this out.
Yeah, because they were saying that Daniel had him locked up, right? Nice control. But the shots he was landing weren't like just enough. And Brett was doing a good job of getting interference with all those shots. That's what they were seeing over there as the judges. I mean, there's 6 judges over there making this call, and they were saying that Daniel wasn't like getting through Brett's guard. And I was very surprised. I mean, I think they both did a great job fighting. It was a good, technical fight, but those penalties too. Like it was a tied round. Like they showed me the score and everything. They said it was a tied round in that beginning, and then and Daniel
First round was tied.
Yeah, it was tied, so no points going either way, right? And then Daniel Winters won that second round.
Yeah.
Right. And then Brett actually ended up winning that third round.
Okay.
So I guess he peppered in enough shots, but judges see what they see.
No, and that one's close. Once again, there's no shame in it. There's nothing. There's no hidden agendas. There's not like UFC trying to win.
No, I think again, Daniel Winters did an amazing job. Coming back after those strikes and whatnot like that, that's tough to come back from. And Dakota did. And I'd like to see him fight again, honestly. I think those penalties were kind of like shaking up the whole process and stuff. So.
And for you guys at home, please let us know if you want to see this again. That's one. These last 2 fights have been unofficial championship fights for me. I would love to see them go to that 5. I would love to see them go to that 5. They have the gas tank for that. And it would have worked a lot into there. So,
well, let's move on to our championship fight. Our first one coming up here with Antonio Pedetto and Adam Harrigan. So let's get the fighters out here.